Hey everybody, my name is Ryan. Tonight we're going to be talking about becoming physically fit. Topic of discussion: being physically fit is a difficult thing to achieve, but is attainable through hard work and discipline. Being physically fit is not what most people think it is, just exercise and eating the right things sometimes. Being physically fit is an overall commitment to a certain lifestyle and living a certain way. Now, fitness is the overall condition, and it plays a huge role in becoming physically fit, such as your lifestyle, exercise, clean eating, and like I said, it's not just one or the other of these things, it's all of them combined. So the main problem is obesity. In America, obesity is a growing trend, unfortunately. In the past 10 years, it's increased 50%. More Americans are obese or overweight than they are healthy or underweight, which is a big problem. Obesity leads to a lot of health issues, and health issues lead to shorter lifespans, lead to more bills. So overall, obesity is just a very, very bad thing. And here's a short clip outlining some more problems with obesity and some quick stats on obesity.
Obesity is a condition that is associated with having an excess of body fat. Obesity is classified as having a body mass index of 30 or greater. 3 decades ago, the obesity rate for adults was 15%. Today, the rate has more than doubled to 35%. At the same time, calories consumed by adults have gone from 1,996 to 2,234 a day. Obesity-related conditions include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. These are some of the leading causes of preventable death. The estimated annual healthcare costs of obesity-related illness are $190.2 billion, or nearly 21% of annual medical spending in the United States. Obesity-related job absenteeism costs $4.3 billion annually, and obese people spend 42% more on healthcare costs than healthy weight people. African Americans have the highest age-adjusted rates of obesity at 47.8%, followed by Hispanics at 42.5%, Caucasians with 32.6%, and Asians at 10.8%. There's no significant relationship between obesity and education among men. Among women, however, there is a trend. Those with college degrees are less likely to be obese compared with less educated women. Higher income women are less likely to be obese than low income women. The United States is the 8th fattest country in the world, with 31.8% of the population being overweight. The top 3...
Okay, so like I said, those are just some quick facts about obesity, and some of those numbers are pretty staggering. I know some of y'all were laughing when it said that the United States was the 8th most obese country in the world, and it's kind of funny, but it's kind of not funny, because if we continue on the trend that we're following, before you know it, 90 to 95% of our nation is going to be obese. And as you saw, in the short video, it led to a lot of job absentees, which cost people money, as well as their healthcare bills that cost people money. So it's a serious issue, aside from just the way that you appear, the way that you look to other people. It's bad overall as far as monetarily goes. Now, in the rest of the presentation, we've already covered what is fitness and the main problem, but I'm going to break that problem down a little bit more. And talk a little bit more in detail about exactly, from day to day, what causes obesity and what contributes to obesity. Fast food in this country is ridiculous, the amount of fast food joints that we have. People turn eating into an event. They plan to go out to eat, and they'll sit down and eat and drink for 3 or 4 hours at a time, consuming thousands and thousands of calories, and then they'll turn around and go to bed right after that. And the last thing, people make excuses about exercise. You don't have to make time to go to the gym or to lift weights or to do a certain type of exercise every single day. Just being more active and doing things to up your heart rate, on a regular basis. And lastly, we'll talk about the overall solution, which is the diet and exercise and putting everything together that contributes to being healthy and being fit. The first problem, like I said, fast food. In the United States, fast food is way too convenient. There's a McDonald's every mile. There's, gas stations that sell food. And we're lazy. We get busy with work and other things in our lives, and we don't make time to cook our own meals or to stop and to eat at home. We'd rather just grab something on the go because it's cheap and it's easy. I would show you another fact page, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to. I'll briefly mention some things. Take McDonald's for example. Just a McChicken at McDonald's alone has 330 calories. Now, people don't stop at just one sandwich. They'll get a McChicken, a small fry, and then they'll get a large diet soda or something. That small meal alone has 800 to 900 calories depending, and that's usually just a snack for some people. So, taking into consideration that the average caloric intake should be about 2,000. If you eat half of that in one snack, what does that say about the rest of your day? So being conscious of some of these things as you go throughout your day can help you become physically fit. Like I said before, people turn eating into an activity. These are just some restaurants that I listed as examples. Typically, adults consume alcohol with their meals, and that's what causes them to sit down for longer periods of time. And alcohol contains calories as well, and does lead to obesity and gets in the way of people being overall physically fit. Third problem, exercise. I make it a point to get to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. That's just me. I work a physical job, so my activity level is really high. I hear from a lot of people, I don't have the time. Well, you're not going to have it unless you make it. So make the time to go for a jog, or even a light run, something like that. Go to the gym 2 or 3 days a week. Everybody has a couple of days off. Everybody has an hour, 45 minutes every day to do something active. People like to make excuses, but that doesn't get them anywhere further at the end of the day. Okay, so the solution is not to just go on a fad diet. Atkins, South Beach, some of these fasts that I see. The overall solution would be to pick a diet, something that you eat on a regular basis, and stick to it, and try to commit that, to every day. Not, I have a cheat day here, or, I'll diet for 2 or 3 weeks till I get to the way I want and go back to how I was eating. It needs to be a full-on commitment to a certain lifestyle. And as I said before, some form of exercise, 3 to 5 hours a week. It doesn't have to be, a gym session. It doesn't have to be running. It doesn't have to be something, extreme. It just has to be some sort of physical activity. A lot of us work office jobs, desk jobs, where we're not really doing a whole lot besides, typing or talking to people or writing stuff down. So we need to be physically active at some point during every day. And some of my works cited, I used a couple of online journals. Like I said, the the Journal of American Medical Association was one that I used quite a few times. And so yeah, that's it.